talking about, you specifically paying your dues and earning your spot, it's obvious right now the doom scene is probably more popular than it's ever been, and you are definitely regarded as one of the godfathers of that. I mean, obviously the Iomis and whatnot are the true godfathers, but I mean, of this resurgent scene, Crowbar is definitely looked at as one of those long-term bands that has showed people how to do it. What do you think about this scene right now, and about the fact that there are so many bands coming up? I don't want to say stealing your style or mimicking your style, but kind of including what you guys did in what they're doing.
I mean, I think it's great, and I do. And I mean, if somebody, tells me, that I'm a big influence, Crowbar is a big influence on them. I mean, that makes me feel great. I mean, that's, it's part of the reason I love it and do it so much is, it's what I love to do. And, if me making a living, and getting play music that I write along with my buddies, and they write as well. It's not all me. It was at one point, but not not anymore, thank God. And being able to tour around the world and play, and play all these festivals and all these great bands that I like. And I mean, that's just the luckiest thing in the world. I mean, I'm fortunate in the sense that I never wanted to be a rock star. I never wanted to be. Look, I'll take being rich, but
right.
I'll be just as happy to do things the way I do and just win the lottery at the corner gas station or something.
Right.
Make sure I'm okay financially. But I'll be 60 years old in a few months, man. It's like, if I didn't love this with all my heart, man, I would have quit a long time ago.
Sure.
Electrician school or something. Just had it's hard work. Don't get me wrong, but it's a simpler life than bopping around the whole world all the time. It can be, a lot. I mean, we've had a good break off, and that's a great thing. And I've been able to, the older I get, the more I'm into the writing and recording process. Mainly because I don't have to travel.
Right.
Like, Phil Anselmo told me years ago, and I'm talking, probably it could have been 15 years ago or something or more, and he was like, dude, he goes, traveling, is getting old. And I said, tell me about it, and he goes, if you could just whatever, teleport me to an hour before the gig at
right.
He goes, I play every night every year. I'm like, me too. He goes, but I mean, this is probably after he had his back surgery and all that,
Sure.
So hard on him, but and it's like, I'm like, man, when we tour Europe, we have two choices. We can get a nightliner bus and never get a hotel,
right?
Or we can do the van thing and pull a trailer and get our own rooms every night. So my wife and I have our own room. Matt's got a room. Shane's got a room. Tommy's got a room. Our tour manager driver has a room.
Okay.
And when the drives are not long and it's routed correctly, it's a great thing. It makes it easy. Now, we just did the last tour we did in Europe this summer. We started out supporting direct support for Hatebreed, and we started out 17 shows in a row, doing 10-hour drives someday in a van, some things in a van. And I'm like, Jesus, man, I'm 59, doing, but I mean, I love it,
Right.
It keeps me young.
Right, certainly. Well, dude, speaking of when you were young, I'm always curious about this. It's really a now question, but it's based on when you were young. When you were starting Crowbar, obviously it was, the four guys in the room. That was what Crowbar was. And then obviously as time goes on, reality steps in, guys leave, guys are fired, guys are brought in, that guy doesn't work out. It changes. What makes it still Crowbar? Is it just because you are the main creative person, or do you bring whoever you bring in as members change and indoctrinate them into what Crowbar is supposed to be? Because your albums are very consistent as well.
Well, thank you. I mean, I really think, like I read years ago, I read Lemmy's book, White Line Fever. Great read, by the way. And,
sure.